Picture this. You close your eyes, visualize your dream life, and somehow the universe conspires to make it happen. Sounds like wishful thinking, right? Well, what if I told you that quantum physicists, neuroscientists, and psychologists have been quietly validating what mystics have known for centuries? Today, we're diving deep into the shocking science behind manifestation that will completely change how you think about your thoughts. But before we get started, here's something that might blow your mind. Did you know that your brain literally cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one? Olympic athletes have been secretly using this for decades, and now cutting-edge research is revealing exactly why it works. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand how to harness the same quantum principles that govern reality itself. Let's start with something that sounds straight out of science fiction but is actually happening in your head right now. Your brain is constantly rewiring itself based on your thoughts and experiences. This process, called neuroplasticity, means that every single thought you think is literally sculpting your brain's architecture. Think about that for a moment. Your thoughts aren't just fleeting mental events. They're construction workers building the neural pathways that determine your future behavior, decisions, and ultimately, your reality. But here's where it gets really interesting. Scientists at Harvard Medical School conducted a groundbreaking study where they divided participants into two groups. One group physically practiced piano exercises for 2 hours daily, while the other group only imagined practicing the same exercises. After just 5 days, brain scans revealed something extraordinary. Both groups showed nearly identical changes in their motor cortex, the part of the brain responsible for finger movements. The group that only imagined practicing developed almost the same neural pathways as those who actually played the piano. This isn't just about piano playing. This principle applies to everything. When you visualize achieving a goal, giving a confident presentation, or even having difficult conversations, your brain starts building the neural infrastructure needed to make those scenarios reality. You're essentially programming yourself for success before you even take action. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, quantum physics. I know what you're thinking, this sounds like pseudoscience. But bear with me, because the connection between quantum mechanics and consciousness is being seriously studied by respected institutions worldwide. At the quantum level, particles exist in multiple states simultaneously until they're observed. This phenomenon, demonstrated in the famous double-slit experiment, shows that the act of observation literally collapses infinite possibilities into one specific reality. Here's where it gets mind-bending. Some physicists propose that consciousness itself might operate on quantum principles. If our thoughts can influence quantum fields, and quantum fields influence physical reality, then our thoughts might have a direct impact on the world around us. While we're still unraveling these mysteries, the implications are staggering. But you don't need to understand quantum entanglement to leverage these principles. What matters is understanding that everything in the universe vibrates at specific frequencies, including your thoughts and emotions. When you align your mental and emotional frequency with your desired outcomes, you're essentially tuning into the same wavelength as your goals. Speaking of frequency, let's explore something that will revolutionize how you approach your goals. Professional athletes have been using visualization techniques for decades, not because they believe in magic, but because it works. When Michael Jordan visualized making game-winning shots, or when Serena Williams mentally rehearsed her serves, they weren't just daydreaming, they were activating the same neural networks used during actual performance. Research conducted at the Cleveland Clinic Foundation revealed something remarkable. Participants who imagined flexing their bicep muscles for 15 minutes daily over 12 weeks increased their muscle strength by 13.5% without ever setting foot in a gym. Meanwhile, those who actually performed physical exercises increased their strength by 30%. The fact that imagination alone produced nearly half the results of physical training demonstrates the incredible power of mental rehearsal. But effective visualization isn't just about pretty pictures in your head. It requires engaging all your senses and emotions. When you visualize your goal, you need to see the colors, hear the sounds, feel the textures, and most importantly, experience the emotions associated with achieving that goal. The more vivid and emotionally charged your visualization, the stronger the neural pathways become. This brings us to one of the most crucial elements of manifestation that most people completely overlook: emotions. Your emotional state isn't just a byproduct of your circumstances, it's actually one of the most powerful forces shaping your reality. Emotions generate electromagnetic fields that extend beyond your body, and these fields interact with the quantum field around you. High vibrational emotions like gratitude, joy, love, and excitement create coherent electromagnetic patterns that attract similar frequencies. Conversely, low vibrational emotions like fear, anger, and resentment create chaotic patterns that tend to attract more of the same negative experiences. This isn't mystical mumbo-jumbo, it's measurable science. The HeartMath Institute has conducted extensive research showing that coherent emotional states improve cognitive function, decision-making, and even influence random number generators placed nearby. When your heart and brain are in coherent alignment, you literally become more magnetic to positive outcomes. So how do you cultivate these high vibrational emotional states? Start each day with a gratitude practice. Spend 5 minutes identifying 3 specific things you're genuinely grateful for, and really feel that appreciation in your body. This isn't just positive thinking, it's rewiring your default emotional frequency. Another powerful technique is emotional pre-experiencing. Instead of waiting until you achieve your goal to feel successful, confident, or accomplished, start cultivating those emotions now. Your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between emotions generated by actual events and emotions generated by imagination. When you consistently feel successful, you start making decisions and taking actions that align with that emotional state. Now let's get practical. Here's a step-by-step manifestation protocol that combines everything we've discussed. First, get crystal clear on what you want. Vague intentions produce vague results. Write down your goal in present tense as if it's already happened. Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," write, "I am confidently running my thriving business." Next, create a detailed mental movie of your desired outcome. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes daily for this practice. Visualize not just the end result, but the journey getting there. See yourself taking the necessary actions, overcoming challenges, and celebrating victories along the way. Make it so vivid that your nervous system believes it's actually happening. While you're visualizing, pay attention to your emotions. If you notice doubt, fear, or skepticism creeping in, don't judge these feelings, just acknowledge them, and gently redirect your focus back to positive emotions. Remember, consistency is more important than perfection. It's better to practice for 5 minutes daily than to do an intense hour-long session once a week. Here's something most manifestation teachers won't tell you. Inspired action is non-negotiable. Visualization and positive emotions create the energetic foundation, but you still need to take concrete steps toward your goals. The difference is that when you're aligned energetically, the right opportunities, people, and circumstances show up more frequently, and you're more likely to recognize and act on them. Keep a manifestation journal to track synchronicities, opportunities, and progress toward your goals. You'll start noticing patterns and connections that might otherwise go unnoticed. This documentation also helps maintain momentum during challenging periods when it feels like nothing is happening. One crucial point that often gets overlooked is the importance of detachment. While you need clear intentions and consistent practice, clinging desperately to specific outcomes can actually create resistance. Trust the process and remain open to how your goals might manifest. Sometimes the universe delivers exactly what you asked for in ways you never expected. Let's address the skeptics for a moment. If you're thinking this all sounds too good to be true, that's actually a healthy response. Approach manifestation as an experiment rather than blind faith. Try these techniques for 30 days and observe what happens. You might be surprised by the results. The beautiful thing about this approach is that even if you remain skeptical about the quantum physics aspects, the psychological benefits are undeniable. Regular visualization improves focus and motivation. Gratitude practices enhance mental health and relationships. Emotional regulation techniques reduce stress and improve decision-making. You literally cannot lose by implementing these strategies. As we wrap up, Remember that manifestation isn't about sitting on your couch waiting for miracles. It's about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desired outcomes while remaining open to unexpected opportunities. You're not trying to control the universe, you're learning to dance with it. The science is clear. Your thoughts shape your brain, your emotions influence your electromagnetic field, and your beliefs affect your behavior. When you understand and leverage these principles, you gain access to incredible creative power that's been within you all along. If this video opened your mind to new possibilities, hit that like button and subscribe for more content exploring the fascinating intersection of science and human potential. Share this with someone who could benefit from understanding these principles, and let me know in the comments which technique you're most excited to try. Your journey of conscious creation starts now, so what reality will you choose to manifest?